Okay, we left off at how martial arts is an art and some concepts behind that. But to look into that a little bit further, look at the art of painting. Painters try to make things more beautiful. The art of music, making people like listening to what they hear, okay? The art in martial arts is, as we talked about, to create. It's not only just there to say to create, it's actually the job of the real professional martial artist, not professional, but the job of the real soulful martial artist is to create more effective moves, not to just take the actual moves that are out there in all of the martial arts styles, but to create new moves. It's the soulful martial artist's job to create new moves, to add to the body of martial arts. Look at it from this perspective. If you graduate with a degree from a great university, say you have a degree in computer science, and you sit there and you teach, and you teach, and you teach, and you don't do any research. You don't add anything to the body of science. All you're going to do is become a fusty old professor that, people just, not respect, but no, he's not doesn't have enough ingenuity. So, as martial artists, you have to create. You have to take what you learn and create. All right. That leads to another thing in martial arts, in that how a lot of martial artists have a bad rep, and deservingly so. A lot of martial artists go out and just show their stuff. They're vainglorious, all right? They might do it in a subtle way, like say, I'm from Hawaii, and they, by the way, have a good kickboxing school there, which I attended for 5 years, all right? Martial artists have to learn to suppress their vaingloriousness. They should not, that should be an integral part of the martial arts. It should be in martial art class 101, is to shut your mouth. Don't tell people that you are taking martial arts. The only people that you know that you're taking martial arts is your very close, immediate, nuclear family and the people that you train with at the dojo. That's it. Nobody. Not even your friends. Because then your friends turn into people who use you for kicking other people's asses. All right? Well, anyway, so it is important with martial artists to be secretive. Secretiveness is your best defense. If people know that you know anything, they will either take an equalizer to you or they will gang up on you. So secretiveness is a big asset. It's very important for the martial artist. Don't hang your boxing gloves out to air after you've used them on the clothesline so your neighbors can see them. Don't carry your dojo card in your wallet so the cops could find it. All right? Keep this secret. Secretiveness is your best defense in many ways. Do not come off like do not tell people that you are taking martial arts. Do not explicitly say it. It will be evident in your nature. That's all that needs to be, is what you know is in your nature, and that is your confidence. Now, let's speak about confidence for a little while. A lot of people go to martial arts schools for confidence. And confidence is important in life. You can achieve more. You can be more expressive if you have confidence instead of being an introvert. That is true. However, maybe the predominant amount of people who take martial arts use that confidence to show off. They might, if there's a controversy in the street, who knows? They might break somebody's collarbone just to uplift their confidence, which is reinforced by the idiots around them that say, yeah, good job, Joe, you broke his collarbone. Okay, you see, that's what gives martial artists the bad rep. This should be in martial arts 101 in every martial arts academy that there is that you do not use your martial arts to show off. If you want to gain confidence, you gain confidence from within. How do you do that? Okay. The only way is to continue training rigorously and continuously for many years. Now, what that will develop in you is the silent defender. What is the silent defender? Believe it or not, the real epitome of the purpose of martial arts is to stop, to quench, to quell a controversial fight with doing nothing at all. I'll give you an example. There was one time I was in a bar called the Purple Paupers in Gainesville, Florida. Crowded place. And I was standing near the bar near a friend of mine in the passageway, freestanding zone, I guess you can call it, and there was a TV somewhere above my head. There was a popular sports game on, and I had nowhere to sit. So I'm talking to my friend, and I hear down a couple seats down, "Get out of the way!" I said, I'm thinking, okay, well, like, excuse the hell out of me, and I move out of the way towards my friend. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't the female type, or wasn't a female period, so I didn't want to stay too close to him too long, so I kind of inched my way back to where I was originally standing. 90 seconds later, same guy goes, "Get the hell out of the way!" And I said to him, you know, this is really a place where anybody could stand. And he got up, and he came at me. And I just stood there. And I looked at him straight in the eye, knowing that if he came another 2 steps, I was going to move really fast and effectively on this guy. And he saw me looking at him, and he must have read my mind, and he stopped dead in his tracks. And to kind of alleviate his embarrassment, his friend who was sitting next to him got him by the arm and said, "Come on, Joe," whatever his name was, and sat him down. So the point of the story is, all right, I might have been wrong for standing in the passageway where they're looking at the TV, but I had nowhere to sit. Nevertheless, okay, I did not say a single word after he started coming at me. I didn't say a single word. I took neither an offensive position nor a defensive position. I just stood there and looked at him and stopped a 200-pound man dead in his tracks. That is what it's all about, is stopping a person without fighting. It's the silent defender that develops within you when you know that you can do what you have to do. One other example. Bar called, in Kerrville, Texas. It was, I forget the name of it. Anyway, I'm at the corner of the bar, leaning on the bar, having a drink, of course in the bar. And there was this woman standing next to me, drinking some kind of a pink drink. I said to her, "Pretty drink for pretty lady." She just kind of looked at me, get out of nowhere. A lanky guy, big but lanky, comes out. And from the crowd, he goes, repeated what I said like 2 times. "Pretty drink for pretty lady, pretty drink for pretty lady." Just like, getting in my face from about 2 feet away. He said that about 3 or 4 times, and I guess I just didn't want to hear it anymore. So I said, "Fuck you." And he went back and he went with a cross. Good thing he forecasted that, because he went back and he went with a cross and he came at me. And what I did, I sat there and I just went, bit, right to his hand, sent his arm over his head, wailing back, and Okay, I'm not saying this to show anything that I know, but I'm saying this because I didn't finish the story. The story goes on after that, is that I could have, from that point on, pursued him around the corner of the bar and continued with the fight to whatever may have happened. But I didn't. I stayed there right at the bar with drink in hand, my elbow on the bar, and he looked at me. He didn't have a word to say. And then the bartender came over, who knew me, and she just, said, you two go both yourself waste. The point of that is that I did not have to prove myself to pursue the fight and kick his ass if I could have. The point is, the silent defender in me says, shut up, stay there, or leave. And so once you reach the point where you can defend yourself and you've reached that point of confidence, you don't need to fight. And that is the epitome of being a martial artist.